Futureco Bioscience is a leading agrobiotech company that designs, manufactures and sells effective and environmentally friendly products for the nutrition and protection of plants in over 20 countries. The R&D department researches and develops biopesticides for biological control of pests and crop diseases, which are commonly treated with chemical pesticides that cause serious waste, resistance and toxicity problems. Biopesticides are products formulated from a biological control agent microorganism, which can be a fungus or bacteria that has an effect on pests and crop diseases. The use of these products fits perfectly with the new European agricultural policy, making biopesticides a growing market with great development prospects. To turn a biological control agent into a commercial product, samples of soil, plant tissue, or dead insects that may have been attacked by a fungus or bacteria are collected in agricultural fields. Collected samples are sent to the laboratory of Futureco Bioscience, where they are processed using microbiological techniques to isolate the largest possible number of pure strains of fungi and bacteria. These strains are stored at -80 degrees for later evaluation. Currently, Futureco Bioscience has a collection of almost 3,000 microbial strains. These microbial strains are evaluated on different target organisms such as insects, nematodes and fungal or bacterial pathogens, determining if they are biological control microorganisms or not, and selecting those that show the most promising activity. The selected control agents are identified using molecular techniques to discover the species level. DNA is extracted first, then amplified by PCR, and checked for amplification by means of electrophoresis. After purification, it is sent to a sequencing center, where it is classified to species level.
The identified microorganisms that pass to the next phase are characterized, determining, among other parameters, pH, salinity and optimal temperature, which enzymes release and if they produce metabolites or not. Finding out the way that the biological control agent is able to prevent the development of the target organism is a key issue to register and market a microorganism.
In the case of Paecilomyces fumosoroseus strain FE9901, the spore applied in any stage of whitefly, eggs, larvae or adults adheres to the insect. The spore germinates, penetrates and develops inside its body, killing it in 72 hours. The next step is to determine the production system and the cultivation method where the microorganism grows best. Find the fermentation parameters to obtain better yields, and select compatible adjuvants with the spores to protect and keep the spores alive without compromising its efficacy. In this phase, prototypes of a final product are obtained. They may be solid or liquid.
Once a product is formulated from the microorganism, it is necessary to assess its effectiveness again in vitro, against insects, different phytonematodes, or bacteria and fungi pathogens. The next step is to test the biopesticide on different crops in climatic chambers under controlled conditions of temperature, humidity and light cycles that simulate the climate of different regions. These bioassays generate information on the dose, method and frequency of application that will be evaluated later in the field.
Then the stability of the prototype at different temperatures is monitored, at 4 degrees, at room temperature and at 40 degrees, and its compatibility with other products on the market is assessed so as to ensure a combined application in the field. The end product has to overcome external studies of toxicology and ecotoxicology that show the absence of harm to human health and the environment, and also demonstrate efficacy in field trials. With all this information, a dossier is prepared and submitted to the authorities of the countries where the biopesticide will be marketed. Therefore, the process of developing a biopesticide product is complex, lengthy, and economically expensive. The objective of Futureco Bioscience in the medium term is to become one of the strongest European companies in the biopesticides sector, which can only be achieved with well-developed, high-quality and properly registered products.